Sorry you had to see that, guys. My boy just took a huge little stinker. He's a little poopy. You're a little stinker, babe. Women on birth control? Demons. Women who have no children? Demons. Women who just want to live as equal human beings, just like men? Demons. Women and femmes are so incredibly gorgeous, like a blossom tree growing in the springtime. But what isn't beautiful is trying to take away the agency from other fellow women who don't want to subscribe to your 30s way of living. I'm sorry, Bernadette, but Jonathan would much rather be playing Fortnite than sitting on the couch with your sad ass watching 2023 TikTok cringe compilations, LGBTQ plus edition. Am I right? So funny. Fortnite, 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 Fortnite. People say that my daughter will turn out weird if she's homeschooled, even though kids in school now identify as cats. You almost dropped that loaf of bread. L. And the bread also looks like it tastes stale. Yeah, yeah. Okay, first of all, who is really out here identifying as cats? If you're talking about furries, I mean, at least be educated in your wanting to put the modern day school system down. Back when I was in school, I was not accepted for who I was, and it's almost the reason that So I'm quite happy that nowadays kids are being accepted for who they are, even if they want to dress up in a fursuit. And news propaganda has brainwashed people like this into thinking that all of a sudden schools have cat litter trays and shit like that because there's people who identify as cats now. No, that's not actually happening, babe. And what this is kind of saying is that, you know, I want my kid to be homeschooled. I want to shelter them from the world so that these children's agency being completely taken away, they are not allowed to form their own opinions. They only hear the echo chamber of yours. And I think that can be a little bit toxic. Like, these kids need their own opinions. These kids need their own identities. It's just so disingenuous whenever people like this, like, well, modern day sucks so badly because you get accepted for who you are nowadays. Like, no one is out here, as far as I know, identifying as an actual cat. Meow isn't a pronoun when they think you're crazy for choosing to live under oppression. But this is the most free you've ever felt. Could you have not said this any other time other than cleaning a literal fucking toilet that your husband just took a shit in? This reel right here just set women back at least 100 years. I am a clean freak. I absolutely love for the house to be clean because it was the way I was brought up. I am a hyper organized person. If you have to post about how free you feel while cleaning a toilet, I don't think you are that free. I think you are huffing on hardcore copium. You're drawing in the wrong type of person by showing the entire world like, I'm cleaning and I'm scrubbing this toilet. This is so freeing. No, it's not. And this person posts weird videos along the same lines of, I cook and I clean and I do this and I do that. He is not gonna pick you. Babe, it's not worth it. Trust me, it really isn't worth taking care of a grown man baby. First, you're cleaning the toilet and then you're literally wiping his ass for him. But to each their own, to each their own. I'm not judging. I am. Listening to a 2023 woman on birth control say she can't cook, won't clean, and would never baby a man. I would never baby a man. I love cleaning. I find it very therapeutic. It is super cathartic for me to do on a daily basis because with my anxiety, if I am not doing something, I feel even worse. I also have a passion for cooking. Does that make me want to be some sort of trad wife? Absolutely not. I want to be able to have freedom in whatever way that may present itself being. 2023 woman on birth control? I I'm sure women would have loved to have access back in the day to something like birth control. Birth control not only helps in keeping the babies away, but it also helps people who have excruciating period pains. It helps people with endometriosis. It helps people with balancing their moods. I know that even before I was sexually active, I had to be on birth control every single month without failure. I would either be throwing up or I would be crying in absolute agony because every time my period would come around, it was never regulated. And so that is something that helped. I even had to get an ultrasound when I was 12 to see if I had some sort of ovarian cancer, and that was scary. So fuck off with this shit. I say this for pretty much everybody. I feel like parents should, at least for the bare minimum, teach their children how to cook. If she doesn't know how to cook, that doesn't make her a bad woman. I'm pretty sure this is only said in a context whenever men want a second mother in their lives, and then, you know, they wonder why the sex drive completely dies out and no one wants to be with them. I'm sure that there's not really people out there saying that I'm not gonna cook, I'm not gonna clean. How do you think human's human, dummy? I'm not gonna pick up after a man either. Because if he's a grown-ass adult, he can do that shit himself. And if he can't, I'm sorry, but I'm not your mummy. I'm not mummy, okay? The people that we featured in today's video have so much freedom to be able to post these on Instagram without any consequence whatsoever. Because had Instagram been around in like the early 1900s, I don't think this shit would have flown. I agree, we should totally go back to the time when women couldn't vote. Yes! Yes, queen, I agree. Women should constantly stay in the kitchens, and they should also lick their man's booty hole clean. If that's what you like, I'm not kink shaming. But, modern women having freedom, having equality, doing whatever the fuck they want, living as human beings. Am I right? Am I right, girls? It's actually disgusting, might I say. Get back in the kitchen. Get back in the kitchen. Slut, whore. Oh, do you have OF? I bet you have OF 2023, woman. Thank you so much for joining me in another one of my videos. I gotta go now. Take care of yourselves. And most of all, love your fucking selves.